Hi guys. Okay, so I'm going to do a vlog of the hysterectomy that I'm due to have next month. Today's date is Tuesday the 13th of September. I've basically been on a period for 3 weeks. December last year I had a Prostat 3 injection at the hospital. That's where I got told that, let me put this down. That's where I got told I could have the hysterectomy, which I could have kissed him, seriously, because I've struggled with my periods for years. I've just put a post on Facebook and a lot of people have been really nice and wishing me, you know, I've just said I've been bad for 3 weeks. And I thought, I got to thinking, I'll just do a vlog on it. So this will be weeks and weeks and weeks into one video. So if anybody's sort of going through the hysterectomy process, hopefully this video will help, because I will go through everything. Everything I go through, it will be on this video. So as today, my husband phoned the hospital and I have an emergency appointment a week today. That is their emergency appointments a week. Whether I will finish my period, which as I've said is basically 3 weeks with a couple of days off, I don't know. So yeah, I had the Prostat 3 injection in December and I found out it was 11.25 milligram. I went back on the 23rd of August, that's how long it lasted for me, 9 months, and I had another Prostat 3 injection. 2 days after I had that, I started bleeding, and I've been bleeding till now. So I had to go to the doctors yesterday because the bleeding's getting too much. Obviously I've got endometriosis, so it's not a good bleed. You'll know what I mean if you've got endometriosis. And the doctor told me that when I had the Prostat 3 injection in August, that it was only a 3.75 milligram. So that's what, a quarter of what I had before, so she wasn't surprised. She said that she would give me another one, but in between, as I said, my husband phoned the hospital. He said not to have one in between because they're supposed to last a month, and regardless of whether you put one on top of another, it won't work. That's what they told me. And if I need any more injections or whatever, then he will give it to me at the hospital. So I will leave today here. And after I've been to the hospital next week, I will come back and tell you what's been said. Fingers crossed, because of how bad I am. Perfect world will say, come in tomorrow, I will give you a hysterectomy. But you know, perfect worlds don't happen anywhere near me, so we will see what he says. So yeah, I will see you again next week. Hi guys. Again, so this is a couple of weeks after for me, and I am just coming on to tell you about my story about my endometriosis. And I must apologise if the camera keeps on moving, with this being a bit more personal. I don't want to keep doing it in my room where I do braid, shush, where I do all my other nail videos and stuff, because it's more personal. Braid, you're awake, stop snoring. So I have literally just had the letter through the post, and my operation is on Friday the 28th of October. So it's at the end of this month, which that's pretty scary. Although I can't wait to have this surgery done, I am still nervous. The last operation I had was when I had my carpal tunnel done. When I come out of surgery, I think it's because partly I'm overweight and partly because I smoke, but I kept on having shallow breaths, and they had to keep trying waking me up saying, can you take a deep breath? I had to have oxygen on and everything. So I said to my husband, as soon as this letter comes through, I'm going to calm down on my smoking. I'm not smoking that much anyway because I'm on an e-cig, and that helps me a lot, but for my own safety, as it is, I'm going to cut down to between 5 and 8 a day. Fingers crossed I can do that and just use me cig a bit more. I've got to be in the hospital at 7:30, guys, 7:30, and it says please do not eat after 2:30 in the morning. Okay, I'll do that then. You should continue to drink clear, non-fizzy drinks, tea or coffee up to 6:30 AM. You may add a little milk to tea or coffee, but do not drink milk on its own. Yeah. Nobody can stay with me like they used to be able to stay and then go on me, like when they call me down for my surgery. Nobody can stay with me now, so it's a bit of a bummer. So what I'll be doing is when I go in the hospital, I will be vlogging on my phone. She says that now. Let's see how I get on. Anyway, my endometriosis story. I first got diagnosed with it when I was round about 15, 16. The doctors didn't believe it, so my mum and dad took me private. I had a laparoscopy and then they said, yes, you have endometriosis. The only thing that can stall endometriosis is getting pregnant, which at 15 or 16 I wasn't planning on doing. Anyway, my periods have always been really bad. I'm hoping that this is adults only watching this, because there's no point in children watching this, because I'm going to get a bit graphic now. Blood clots are disgusting. They are as big as your hand and look like a piece of liver. That is just unbelievably disgusting. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs, I'm not a doctor, but what I got told is that is pieces of your womb coming away with your period. Yeah, so I've had that. So to be honest, I was lucky to get pregnant when I was 20 and I had Ash when I was 21. From then he did calm the endometriosis down. I had another scan, we're talking about 12 years ago, and they said that it had calmed down a hell of a lot. I wasn't as bad, but this last 2 years have been horrendous. Oh my, pain, bleeding, like, and I mean a normal period is supposed to be like a couple of, maybe a teaspoon of blood a day. This was like a teaspoon of blood an hour. Oh God, I can't tell you. I used to go bed with it. I say used to because I'll tell you why in a minute. I used to have to go bed with it because I was so bad, and on the odd occasion that I didn't bleed a lot, the pain was horrific. Oh Jesus Christ, I can't tell you. So my doctor referred me to the hospital in December last year, in 2015, and he gave me an injection called Prostat 3. That was a godsend. I didn't have a period for 9 months, which took us up to September of this year, 2016. I had a constant period for 3 weeks. After that, bearing in mind it's Prostat 3, so it's supposed to work for 3 months. And this injection cost £800. Can't believe it. If you struggle with your period, ask for this Prostat 3 injection. Read up on it if you want. But oh my God, it stops everything. Not even drip, like shows. There's no shows, no nothing. You see no blood, you have no pain. I don't even have symptoms of being on a period. Seriously, it's crazy. The only major side effect is you could have hot sweats with it, which I did, but they've gone now. And they are hot sweats and off, Jesus Christ. But, you know, you've got to see what you can cope with best, the most, type thing. And yeah, this is where we're at now. So the next vlog I will be doing is on the day I go into hospital. I will try and film as much as I can being in hospital. I shall see you in about 4 weeks when it is the hospital date. Hi guys. Okay, so my vlogging in the hospital completely messed up. I didn't do it. I couldn't do it. Oh my God. Okay, so I went in on the Friday, had to be there for 7:30. By 8:15, I was getting ready to go into theatre. Seriously, it was that quick. I had no time really to get nervous, but oh my god, when I woke up, the pain was the worst. Okay, the worst period pain you have ever had, times it by 1,000. Oh my god. And the reason is they couldn't give me any strong painkillers because of the medication I'm already on. So what they would usually inject into my stomach to stop the pain, they couldn't, because I'd already had my pills that morning, so they couldn't. So that's the reason I was in so much pain. I was in recovery for over 3 hours because they couldn't get me a bed. Yeah. And because they had to put my legs up on stirrups, my back was in two. Yeah. I got told that I had it done robotically, and as soon as I got home I went on the internet and had a look at what the robot does, and I'm glad I saw it after, not before, put it that way. But it is amazing what it's done. Apart from the period pain and an absolute F up of my pills, where I was climbing the walls at 2 o'clock in the morning because they hadn't given me drugs yet. My drugs, not the hospital, my drugs I've been on for 2 years. I was having withdrawals, and so they come in, they saw that I got a sweat on, they took my temperature, it was through the roof. Oh, you got an infection. So they put me on antibiotics from then on. But it wasn't, it was withdrawals, but nobody would listen to me. The blood cultures come back, was fine. So I literally spent 3 days in hospital for no apparent reason, because they made the mess up with the drugs, which they have a board on the hallway, and it says how many mess ups they've made that month, and mine they did put mine on, which was 1. They made a mess up with like patients' drugs, which was me. But they were fine from then on. But yeah, robotically, couldn't believe it. And it's less healing time, it's less pain, which apart from at the beginning, I've had no pain with my stomach. None. Nothing. What else? Oh, when I come out, I had these, like, you know, cricketers have the, when they're batting, they have the things on the legs. I had pair of them on, but all the way around, and they were like blood pressure machines, and they kept going off, one leg first and the other, obviously to keep the blood circulation in my legs. I had them on overnight on the Friday night. I also had a catheter in, and I had no doctor seen me from, well, obviously a doctor did, just to say that I got an infection, you know. But my doctors, I didn't see anybody from the time I had the operation. I saw him before, and then I didn't see anybody until yesterday morning, which was Monday. So from Friday morning, everybody else in the ward saw a doctor except me. And by Monday morning, I was just crying. I couldn't help myself from crying, because they just kept passing me. Nobody was seeing me. They kept buzzing me, doctor, the nurses did, but nobody came to see me. So when they did finally come to see me yesterday, he couldn't apologise enough. It wasn't him who did the surgery, obviously. He couldn't apologise enough. Somebody should have seen me on the Sunday, but I got missed. I had the catheter taken out Sunday. One pain I did get, which they should have told me about, but they didn't. After the surgery, I thought, I'll eat, because that shows that I'm willing to do anything to get home. So I ate the hospital food, which was beautiful. And because I got the catheter in, okay, my mum and dad and my husband came to see me. I was in so much pain. And I shouldn't have ate as much as I did, because I'm bloated, because they fill you with air. And then I got the catheter. So I'm eating my food, it's all going into my stomach, and because my stomach's bloated anyway, the food is pushing down on other things, like my bladder and stuff. The only way I could describe it is, say you're going along on a motorway or a highway, and there's no toilet, and you are desperate for the toilet. Your bladder is full to bursting and you can't find a toilet. But times that by 10, and that's how I felt. It was vile. So obviously I called a nurse in. I have got some pictures to show you the pain I was in with this, which my dad took. He was like, cheers Dad. Well, at least they didn't take a video of me, put it that way. Yeah, the nurse came and she said, yeah, you shouldn't have had that much. So, why give me... Jesus. Anyway, it's not been a brilliant experience, I've got to say. And on the Friday when I had it done, I wish I hadn't, because I was in that much pain. Because normal people can have morphine and whatever, but I can't. And they were pissing about with me juice and stuff anyway. And because it's a Class A drug, everything has to get checked like 3 or 4 times. And because he was so busy and they were short staffed, they kept forgetting me. But yes, so now we're on Monday. No, we're not. We're on Tuesday the 1st of November, and I got home yesterday about... It took them 5 hours to sort my drugs out because I needed some more juice, which I was running low on. And I've got to... Well, Gazzy's got to inject me with blood thinning injections once a day. That's not fun. Let me tell you, that stings like a mother. It does. But now I'm sitting here, I'm at home, it's done. I'm glad I've had it done. It's just painful getting out of the chair, walking around bent over and stuff, and every time you want to turn over in bed you wake up because you don't want to strain your stomach and stuff. So as for now, I will leave that as it is. I will come back maybe in a week or 2 and give you an update on how I'm getting on. But as for now, I am glad I've had it done. It's just, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't basically do anything. You can make yourself a cup of tea, so you can lift a kettle. That is about it. But yeah, I will give you all an update of how things go on. And yeah, I will see you back here in a minute. Hi guys, so this is just an extra little bit where I'm putting in with my hysterectomy vlog. I've got to have these blood thinning injections, and Gaz absolutely hates doing them because obviously he hates hurting me, which they come keen. So I thought I'll have it done on my leg tonight and I'll show you all how he does it, bless him. If you don't like needles, I'd probably look away in a minute. So that's what it looks like. Just have to pull that tab back. You don't have to even wipe your leg with anything. And then they've given us this to put it in after. We have to take that to the doctors after. So this is what you have to do with it. He's getting an expert now, bless him. She says. The needle's not that big. Where is it? There. So yeah, you don't need to put anything on your leg. You just get a bit of flesh, which I've got quite a bit of, and then he just puts it in, and then you have to sort of count to 10 pretty quick. There's the sting. Lovely jubbly. Well done, Bab. And then you get that back over there. And then it goes in there. Yeah, you just take it all back once when you're done with it. Take it to the doctor so they can dispense of it or whatever. Yeah, but that's it. It doesn't leave a mark. It does leave some bruises though. That's one. I've got bruises everywhere. So yeah, that was my husband giving me an injection. Hi guys. So this one is going to be the last instalment I'm going to do on this channel. The rest of the update videos will be on my new channel, which is called Absolute Nicki, which I will link in the description box below. So it's been a week and a day now since I had my operation, and I can now quite honestly say that I am so glad I had it done. You literally cannot pick up more than, you know, a pint glass of water without you using your stomach muscles. consequently, from all these antibiotics, I got thrush. So because I've had a hysterectomy, I didn't want to use pessaries. And the only other thing the doctor gave me was the cream, Canesten cream. So what I've been doing is washing myself and putting the cream on. But I must have over-exerted things, and this is the reason why they say don't do anything. Even that, and I was only doing like twice a day, 2 or 3 times a day I was, until this happened. I sort of used my stomach muscles too much, and yeah, I was in quite a bit of pain all that night, to be honest with you, so I thought, yeah, not doing that again, just ride it out. The antibiotics will end and you'll be fine, you know. So that's what I've done. Antibiotics ended yesterday, my blood thinning injections ended yesterday. My husband has been amazing with them. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about was I haven't had a cigarette now in 8 days. So I've been using this like it's gone out of fashion. Because the first 3 days I was in hospital, I sort of got over the cravings of cigarettes as well as other stupid things what the hospital put me through. So that sort of gave me a clean slate to come out of hospital as such, to stop smoking. And I haven't been, I could have had one every now and again, but I haven't. But yeah, I just wanted to let you all know that if you are thinking of giving up smoking and you're going in for a surgery that's going to land you in hospital for 2 or 3 days, just ride it out, come out of hospital and don't have another one, because that's exactly what I've done. So yeah, as I said, this will be the last one. I will show you what my scars look like now, opposed to the first day I took, well, yeah, the first day I took the dressings off. They're looking a lot better now, and I did sort of have like a reaction to the plaster stuff that they put on, and as I pulled that off, it literally pulled my skin off, and so I've been treating that as well, which that's perfectly fine now. And yeah, I would absolutely recommend this surgery. If I don't know whether because I had the Da Vinci robot way of doing it, whether this has lessened my pain, or it says it speeds up recovery. I don't know, I've got nothing to compare it with. I've only had one hysterectomy, but this seems to be the way they're going now with these hysterectomies, is the robotic way. So yeah, I hope this vlog has helped some of you guys out who are thinking whether to have a hysterectomy or not. Definitely ask for the robotic one if you're in America to see if your insurance will cover you for that. In the UK, still at the moment, we're on the NHS and we get it for free. Definitely ask for the robotic way, because from what my mum said, she went through absolute hell with her hysterectomy. She had it about 20 years ago, but obviously then they used to open you up, it wasn't even keyhole then. But I would definitely recommend this way. So yeah, if you wanted to see any more updates of this on other things that I get up to away from this channel, please check out my other YouTube channel. As I said, I will leave the link in the description box. Thank you so much for watching this, and if you are on the waiting list for a hysterectomy, good luck. I wish you all the luck in the world. Please do whatever the doctors tell you to. I cannot stress that enough. Please don't think next day, I feel really good, I'm going to go out jogging. You know, things just don't happen like that. It takes at least 6 weeks. So as I said, I'll keep you updated on how weekly I'm getting on my other channel. But for now, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Okay, so I'm still bloated, but This one here is from where they put the air in, and as you can see it's like still quite folded over. Oh, it looks horrible to look at, good God. And then this one, as well as that one on my side ones. Again, they've sort of like folded the skin over. And then this one is quite good, but as you see, that's what I was on about with the tape that I got off. It's sort of, I've got a reaction against it. And then this is the other side. Again, that's a little bit ripped off my skin, but that one's quite good. And that one, they do like to fold the skin over, definitely, and stitch it. So I'm hoping that, you know, they do heal properly, else I'll have 2 belly buttons, as you can see. But yeah, them are my scars after a week.